Hello, boys and girls. This morning we're going to start with just a couple of words for review. So the first word that I want you to write on your whiteboard for review, that's not for the dictation, just to practice, is the word Write the word sun. Hopefully, your word looks like this. Sun. Like the sun in the sky. Great job. Alrighty, the next word that I want you to write is the word rug. Rug. Write the word rug. Hopefully, your word looks like this. Rug. Awesome job. So today, boys and girls, we're going to learn a new thing. We're not going to learn words, we're not going to learn letters, but we're going to learn something called punctuation. Can you say that? Punctuation. Great job. So punctuation, boys and girls, is what we put at the end of the sentence to show someone how you read the sentence. So if you're reading a story, if you saw a period, you know you would read it like a regular sentence. If you saw an exclamation point, you know you'd read it very excitedly because you're very happy about it. If you read and there's a question mark, you know it's a question. So you kind of ask in like a question voice. Your voice is raised a little bit at the end. Awesome job. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you an example, and then we will do two example sentences. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a period. Can you say period? A period is just a dot like this that goes at the end of a sentence. You do this at the end of what we call a declarative sentence. These are just sentences that you are stating something. So like, I went to the park. Or you might say, go brush your teeth. You are stating something, so you put a period. Here is my example sentence. So my sentence says, I am 5 years old. I am stating that I am 5 years old. So my period goes at the end of the sentence. Great job. Now I'm going to write a sentence and I'm going to forget to put my punctuation. And I want you to tell me where my punctuation goes and what kind of punctuation I'm going to use. Alright, my first sentence says, the dog is big. Where does my punctuation mark need to go? After the word big. That's right. And what do I need to do for my punctuation mark? I need to do a period. Great job. So I'm going to put my period right here. Awesome. And now I'm going to leave that sentence up and do one more. Alright, this sentence says, that hat is red. Where does my punctuation mark need to go? After the word red. That's right. And what punctuation mark do I need to use? A period. That's right. So it's going to go right here after the word red. Awesome job. So our first punctuation mark we talked about was period. What was it? Period. And we use periods when we're stating something in a sentence. But the next punctuation mark we're going to do is exclamation mark. What do you call it? Exclamation mark. Or you might hear exclamation point. And it looks just like this. And you use exclamation points at the end of a sentence when you are saying something very excited or something that needs to be read very loudly. And so the way you do it is you would just do a straight line down and then a period, just like that. So when we're excited about something, we use exclamation marks. So if I were to write the sentence, I am 5 years old, and I used a period, I would read it as I am 5 years old. But if I wanted to use an exclamation mark, I would say, I am 5 years old. I would sound really excited about that. Awesome job. So now I'm going to write a sentence, and you're going to tell me what punctuation mark I need to use by the way I read it. So listen to how I'm reading the sentence. My sentence says, I am here. What should I put at the end of my sentence? An exclamation point, that's right. And where does it need to go? After the word here. So I would go and I put my exclamation point. Just like that. Great job. Let's do another one. This sentence says, you are awesome. Where would I put my punctuation mark? At the end of my sentence after awesome. And what punctuation mark would I use? Exclamation point, because I'm really excited. Great job. So we talked about periods that we use at the end of a sentence, at the end of a statement, where it's just a dot. We talked about exclamation points that are lines and dots, what we use when we're really excited at the end of a sentence. And the last one we're going to use is a question mark. The way you write a question mark is you do this, like an S kind of, a backwards S, and then you do a line. So it's kind of like you're doing a hook. So you draw a hook, and then you draw a dot. Awesome. And this is called a question mark. You put this at the end of a question. So here's my example. So my sentence, listen to how I read it. It says, how old are you? So I kind of ask in a question voice. My voice goes up at the end. How old are you? It goes up just a little if you listen. So then I have my question mark at the end of the sentence. Great job. Here's an example that I want to do, and you tell me what punctuation mark I need to use. Oops. All right, my sentence says, is it hot? Where do I need to put my punctuation mark? After hot at the end. And what punctuation mark do I need to use? A question mark, that's right. So I put it right here at the end. Is it hot? Awesome job. Let's do another one. This sentence says, what is it? Where do I need to put my punctuation mark? At the end of the sentence, after it. Great job. What punctuation mark do I need to use? A question mark, because I'm asking a question. What is it? Great job. So today, boys and girls, for our assignment, since we do not do words or sounds or letters, we are going to not have a transfer card, but instead of a dictation assignment, we're going to have somewhat of a writing assignment. I'll explain it here, and then I'll explain it on the dictation or writing sentences assignment that I'll put in the phonics folder. What you're going to do is you're going to write 3 sentences. One sentence that's just a statement that you would use a period at the end of your sentence. One sentence that's a really excited sentence that you'd use an exclamation point for, or an exclamation mark, and then one that's a question where you would use a question mark. So you'll write 3 sentences. You can make those 3 sentences up, and I want you to try to write it and sound out all the words that you're writing, and don't forget your punctuation at the end of the sentence. Bye, guys.